God bless you today. Bishop Charles here. You know, in the scripture, it really reveals the emotions of the heart and the spirit. And I was journeying through the passage of Genesis chapter 6, verses 5 through 6. And what was very engaging and enlightening was that I saw the grief and the trauma that God himself experienced. In verse 5, he's just relaying in the message, the writer is revealing how, the wickedness of humans had rose up to the point that God had regretted that he even had made humans because every inclination of their heart was to do evil all the time. Then it gets interesting in the last portion of verse 6 in Genesis chapter 6. It said that God was grieved and troubled. And as I go forth in the days ahead, when we're looking at mental trauma and crisis and heartache and pain and grief, we have to do what God did. Now, what pops out to me is that this is one of the few verses that you really would see God actually talking to himself. And I use that manner of practice for us all to be encouraged, that we do have to journey through the honesty of how we feel. If we're ever going to take the steps and receive the blessing and receive the strength that's ready made available for us to be able to engage how to cope through it, we have to do what God did, what Yahweh did. Yahweh was able to express to himself that he was troubled and that he was grieved. A lot of times we want to be overly too strong. But to be strong means to be weak. Paul had talked about that in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, in the passage of 1 through 10. And so when he was weak, that's when he understood he was strong in the Lord. So as we look at this passage, let us be encouraged in the days ahead that it is okay to tell ourselves we don't feel good, that we could put away this superhuman strength that we often try to seek. I'm all right, I'm okay, I'm gonna make it through. And that is true, that you have saw the victory, but you and I also have to come to a place to be able to express. God expressed to himself, and that was the first person he told. So let yourself know, I'm not feeling good about this trauma that I'm being affected from other people, God being affected from his human agent. I don't like what's going on. It troubles me. I am dealing with this and it hurts. And I'm struggling as I get through this and journey with this. Because it don't take you and I to be superhuman strong. Actually, our strength grows when we can admit when we're not feeling good. So you be encouraged. Yes, pray about it. Yes, seek the scriptures. Yes, fast. Yes, do things that will be able to feed your spirit. But one other thing that you must do is what's called a lament. And a lament, the good thing about a lament, it is a foundational exercise that we can tap in as a spiritual discipline that leads us to an act of praise that reaches high heights. But we first have to recognize the lows that we feel, like Yahweh did, in order that then our next course and steps of action do not have to come from a response of trauma, do not have to come as a reactive or impulsive way that you and I have found ourselves struggling with, and it's led to some outcomes that we did not want. And the reason attached to that as why is because we numbed ourselves to not allowing ourselves to say, I don't feel all right. God bless you today. Be encouraged. We at the Village love you, and we understand that it takes a committed effort to walk through these things. I'm praying for you. Be on the lookout as we work as a healing agent through the strength of the Lord to uplift the hearts and minds and souls by his power, and to our community And so some things coming down the line, I'm looking to engage with you coming around July, called the Adopt a Snack Initiative. There'll be more, but get ready to adopt a snack. All right, talk to you soon. God bless you. We at Christian Life Ministries understand that impact takes place when there's love for the village through love from the village. If we don't do it together, we will not do it never, right? God bless you today.